Hello everyone, Hovian here. We are back with Kagurabachi Volume 4. This is an interesting volume. The last time I said how I liked it so much better than the first two volumes. This volume, probably somewhere in between the first two and the third. There's still a lot of interesting stuff going on with like the auction arc. And I like that we're still on the auction arc. Um, okay, wait. I'm sorry, am I cutting out? Hmm. Maybe I'm speaking too close to the mic. That might be part of it. Um, let me turn down the gain. I was experimenting with the gain. Uh, I think I've been too soft. Like all when I had my reset, during my break, all my settings got wiped. So all my fine-tuned recording settings that weren't even that great, probably. But yeah, this volume, yeah, the auction stuff still good. And the strategy involved, but then it's like the fighting actually starts, and I don't know. It feels like we're going down maybe a similar road to what happened in the first two volumes. It's not as fast paced because we're on the second volume of the arc, and I feel like we have at least one more volume to go. So that's promising. We're not doing a total speed run, but like Hakuri, he was just a talentless, so quote unquote talentless boy last volume when we met him. And now, he's like OP question mark. You were powerless because you actually have two powers, and it was actually a very rare prodigy. Um, and that's why, but that's actually why you were apparently so talentless. That's why we thought you were so talentless, because you were using your energy to hold the storehouse or whatever they said. I don't know, man. I don't know. Maybe I'm not saying they can't do anything good with this, but it just feels kind of unearned. Especially since again, this guy was introduced like at the beginning of last volume, and he's already gotten this much. I mean, his backstory, I like it. With the ice girl, not wanting to wanting to form a bond with her. Um, but, his kindness kind of led to her death. Not wanting to repeat that. And yeah, he has a kind of a bond with his family, even though they kind of treat him like shit. Um, I don't know. There's good there. Okay, there's good there. I don't want you to don't take away from this that I hate Kagurabachi. Okay, there's definitely good here. I like um. So he, apparently I was mistaken last volume when I said like, oh, Cloud Gouger's back. Because it's still broken, and well, now it's broken. Broken. He was just using the vestiges of Cloud Gouger, and over the course of this volume, he kind of uses it more and more until it just completely breaks. But near the end, um, kind of felt like the sword had like a will, of its own. So So let me find the page. OBS. Did I say that was near the end? That was near the big. That was in the big middle. Um, like we see Cloud Gouger's thoughts here. Let me put that up. Like die as mine at my side, or no, near the right. Was at your side the entire time. I won't let you die like this. Yeah, the swords, the enchanted blades have like a will. Of course, this oh, it's like bleach. I was on the bleach guy. I bring back everything to bleach. But I don't know. Maybe it doesn't feel like there's as personal connection between Chihiro and Cloud Gouger as there would be between Soul Reaper and their Zanpakuto. Yeah, because Cloud Gouger was made by Chihiro's father. Didn't really belong to him. Wasn't even used by him until very recently. But yeah, the idea that they do have their wills. We were kind of talking about that a bit before. But now we can get to see their internal monologue or internal like thoughts. The fact that they have those thoughts, but they get expanded on. But yeah, we get to see. I really learn a bit more about the power system. At various points throughout this volume, mostly or basically all of them through flashbacks to like prior training. I don't think most of what we learn is really that worth bringing up. But it's cool that we get to learn a bit more. Oh yeah, Chihiro meets the leader of the Hishaku, the one responsible for murdering his dad. That is kind of early, but I guess it makes sense that he's here at the auction. So that tracks. And Chihiro was able to like cut him up, but kind of didn't really care about being cut up. I'm not sure what is up with that guy. We only got a tease of that guy, so we'll see. We'll see how he turns out later on. I assume. There's a cool panel. I'll show it right here. Or he's burning the damn panel. That's cool. That's that. I like that. And, I've seen this series get compared to Bleach. It's one of the reasons I started it. I could understand, they have weird sword powers. But I don't. I think it's mostly surface level so far. Like I can definitely see a sense of style in this series. It just feels the way it stylizes itself just feels a lot different than how Bleach does. There's no drip, or I mean, they wear clothes, but the drip is different. The drip is different. The chapter names are all boring. You don't get style from the chapter names like you do in Bleach. The themes quite different, I think. It's like one of the main things of intrigue about the series is how we handle the enchanted blades, and like how um how we treat them like WMDs or whatever. I talked about that before. That's just not something that Bleach really explores. Is if you view one enchanted blade as a Zanpakuto, well, in Bleach there's like thousands of Zanpakuto, so I mean there you have it. It's not really a point of contention. Um, let's see here. Oh yeah, we got Enten back. With the last vestiges of Cloud Gouger. Um, so yeah, Cloud Gouger is just gone. I wonder if all the Chenda Blades are going to have a similar fate. Because they didn't. I could have sworn that his initial goal was to just collect them back. But now, like, one of them is just gone forever. I, I wonder if he's just going to do that, to all of them. But yeah, Hakari at the end, he's like, "Oh, please slay my father," and Cher's like, "You got it." So next volume we're gonna get, I guess the boss fight against the leader guy. Yeah, we did explore a bit, with I'm bad with names. The government agency. There's the government agency. There's like the female character that we battled last volume, and she had the partner that has like a space. Yeah, she's with the Kaminabi. What's her name again? Oh, Hiyuki. Yes. Um, she doesn't like the idea of buying the Shinichi, because buying the Shinichi, as a way of getting it from the other guys is like you're just fueling this auction, and the auction is terrible because they have like slaves, and you see like, there is a kind of undercurrent of like how you're just turning a blind eye to this injustice just to focus on the Chenta Blades, which you see as a larger injustice. Um, kind of, you see that kind of. I think you see that a lot in stories. So I don't think it's that unique, but it is a good dimension to have, and it's not really focused on too much. So I'm not gonna like take too much time to say how it's overdone, since they're not even leaning into it much. But it's good to have all these multifaceted elements to a series. Uh, and yeah, much else? Oh well, we did make a pact with that girl because she doesn't want to. If she doesn't want to support the auction. She has more of a sense of justice than that. So you have like a temporary truce or something. I don't know. They're still going to try to kill each other later. Oh yeah, they I don't know. Okay. Say more about Hakari and like his fight against his like brothers. and how like they were kind of like being used because they were like defending a door that led to nowhere. So they kind of they felt like a betrayal at that. But I'm not sure. Oh wait, Senator just said like it cheers that Tenri sacrificed his life to protect the door that was already broken. It's kind of, they did feel it was such a betrayal at that, but that isn't. But their goal, I don't they like realize that their goal isn't just the door; it's like the auction itself, you know. And if that's how the father was like Koya or whatever, saw best fit affect the auction, you know, is it really their place to feel betrayed, you know? So there definitely seems to be a disconnect between their loyalty to their father and their bonds as a family. They did kind of stress their familial bonds, you know, as a family, even if they're so fucked up family. um, you know, a family that is slaves and or well facilitates a slave trade. You know, human trafficking. I don't know much I have to say about um the rest of the fight as a whole. I mean, it's not that I don't like how Hakuri develops. It just feels like way too fast. Like way well. I don't know. There's something about it just happening all at once. Okay. No. See, I want to be careful here because I'm not, I don't want to say something like, oh, it just happened all at once during a fight. Well, fights can do that, you know. I'm not, you can very properly showcase character development during a fight. But like the very big turnaround in his power, it just felt like really like jarring, you know. Like he came in here, but like before he just couldn't do anything, you know. I'm just a powerless guy that was a reject, and then now it's like I am the I'm powerful, more powerful than any of you, or uh, oh, don't bother correcting me. Well, you can find if you can correct me if you want. I'm not a power scaler, so maybe probably overstepping my bounds by saying that, but that's just my perception. He gets the mask or like the partial mask. Be a wrong card mask. Yeah, it looks like a wrong card. That it's cool though. Yeah, I think I've said basically all about as much as I want to say. With that being said, I feel like I should have more. I'm sorry I don't have more coherent thoughts on Akusi or God damn it, my name's Akuri. Yes, Akuri. I don't know. Like I can see. Look, tell me your thoughts on Hakuri. Okay, please. I want more thoughts on Hakuri. No spoilers, please. No spoilers. But until then, this is Helvian. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys later. Have a good one.